my camera real quick because I feel like it's too low. It's been a while. How are you guys doing? I have been traveling, really busy, so behind on editing. But I'm here. I'm here and I'm excited to change my bag with y'all because I have stuff to do later on this week. And I was just going to do my bag change, record a quick little video for TikTok because I feel like now that I am going live more here, the TikTok people aren't getting my lives as much. So that's a bummer. I mean, the TikTok people aren't getting my, one second. I clicked on something by accident. Okay, I'm back. Okay, yeah, the TikTok people aren't getting like bag change content a lot anymore because I am doing things with you guys over here. So that sucks. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes. I tried to start this one again from my laptop. So if that doesn't work, we're going to pause this and redo it again. Which I may already gear up on this end. Oh, I have orientation lock on my tablet. Hey. All right, I'm going to pause this. Actually, no, I'm going to stop this one and restart it because, like I said, I don't think my lives really work that well when I start them from my computer, but I'm convinced they're going to work. So I'll be right back. Just look for my page to go live again. Oh, wait, people are here. Hold up. Hi, how are y'all? I'm not going to stop it on y'all then. How y'all doing? I was literally about to stop this and restart it, but I guess it's working now. I really want to be, I feel like, well, if you're in the YouTube world, you have a lot more control over your lives when you start them from your laptop, but mine never want to work. I'm doing well. I am a little bit tired, but I'm doing well. We're going to be changing my bag today. Talking about some updates. I've been traveling. I am so behind with content. I kind of already said this. But yeah, let's just get into it. I'm gonna tie my hair back to make my life a lot easier. My mod is here. Mod, I'm not sure if I'm having the same issue that I had last time with starting the live from my laptop. So just keep an eye on that. If I need to stop at any time to restart it, let me know. We are going to be prepping a new bag before I put on my old one. So I'll just get into that. I always feel like when I haven't, I say this a billion times, when I go an extended period of time, when I first started doing lives, I was going like twice a week. And when I feel like I go an extended period without going live, I forget what I'm doing. So let's prep this. This is the Coloplast 2-piece clip ostomy. This is my bag that I really like. Yes, make sure you guys are liking as you come in. I like to keep my ratio fairly even because that keeps me going. I'll probably have to say this a few times, but when my ratio is not how I like it, I usually kind of slow down in the amount of questions and interactions I give. So let's keep this fun. This is a lubricating deodorant. And this just helps with odor. Sometimes you have to kind of reapply this if you want it to last for a long time. It usually lasts around 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours for me, depending on how much I'm dumping my bag, but I do like to move this all around. Thank you, I made it. It's also linked in the description of this live. You can order one for yourself if you want one. I love this shirt too, it's so cute. I don't have my big pouch today because if I'm being honest, I have not refilled it since I got home from traveling. So I am going into my travel pouch. And look at that, I still have some gauze in my travel pouch. I'm gonna leave that there. We're gonna leave that there, we're gonna leave it alone. Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. I'm gonna use this barrier. Yep. This one is pre-cut. I just got a new box and I don't think they pre-cut my barriers. So that's annoying. I'm probably gonna have to go through and like pre-cut them. I've been having like supplier issues from like, for anybody who doesn't know and that's not in the ostomy world, you have your ostomy brands like Coloplast. But then you order your supplies through like a distributor and there's like 3. I'm missing the name of the last one, but the 2 that I have used are Byram and Edge Park. And since my last surgery in May, I've just been having issues with getting the right supplies because my order has changed so much. So getting the right supplies in the way that I prefer them. So we're gonna clip this on there. This is a 2-piece click bag and 2 pieces because it has 2 pieces. And then there. It clicks like that. And then this does not come off. All right. And then beyond that, I just noticed something. Oh, look at me being proactive. Oh my goodness. A bag for my trash. We're gonna peel the backing off of this and this just helps it stick. And then this is a ring and this just helps, this prevents a lot of leaks in my opinion, and it just helps create a better barrier between your skin and the actual ostomy appliance. And I stretch this ring to be a little bit smaller than the opening on my ostomy bag. So just pull that. That's decent. I kind of eyeball it. This doesn't have to be an exact science. And I put that on. Try to center it as best as you can. It looks a little bit like this. And then you kind of curve the edges. Yes, if you're watching, make sure to like and subscribe. I keep saying that. Maybe I'll lock in next month when I don't have all this take step stuff going on, but we have to set a new subscriber goal so that you can that you guys can name my ostomy with me. Thank you so much, Danny. My mod just dropped them, but they're also linked in the description of this video. For the month up until the end of May. I believe that's technically when Take Step season ends. Up until the end of May, any proceeds after covering production costs for the sales of these shirts will be donated directly to the Crohn and Colitis Foundation, which is one of the major organizations that funds education, advocacy, and research for people with inflammatory bowel disease. Oh, thank you. I've actually sold more shirts than I thought I was going to, honestly. So I'm really happy about that. And these shirts, again, I commissioned an indie designer for the design. I kind of just told her what I was looking for. And then the shirt is being produced by a small business, small woman-owned business based out of South Carolina. It's purple because of IBD awareness, the inflammatory bowel disease awareness. The color, the ribbon is purple. And I just love this shade of purple. Of course, an ostomy bag. It's modeled after my ostomy bag. And then this is your GI tract. So the big light pink is your colon. The small pink is your small intestines. And then, fun fact, they have brown shoes on to symbolize poop. I thought that was cute. Hi. So yeah, I love these. And my team for Take Steps is called Chronically the Illest. Right now, the goal is $5,000 and we're approaching halfway there. Up until yesterday when I checked, we were number 3 in Virginia. But one of the major corporations donated like $300 more than I have. So they got bumped to spot number 3 and now we're number 4. Yep, my mod just dropped the link again, but also the Take Steps link is linked in the bio of this video. I would like to end Take Steps season being top 3 for Take Steps Virginia. Just saying, just saying. I think we're really cool. Again, it's kind of like a community-led thing. I've done my part. I've donated some. No, you're fine. I have inflammatory bowel disease. More specifically, I have Crohn's disease. It's an autoimmune disease that impacts your GI tract. And so for me at the time when I was diagnosed, so between like 2020, 2021, none of the medications that were available on the market worked for me. So I had to get surgery. And that's why I have an ostomy and I have no butthole. That's a very condensed version. So yeah, that is prepped, that is ready. And you see, I curved that under and it's almost like when you plug a sink to like help the water not drain around it. That's literally how it is. The shirt, Danny, my mod just literally linked it. Oh wait, no, she linked the Take Steps. If you look in the description of this video, it's that link that has like B-Co Designs. That's like my small business and it's sold directly through that site. I think it's bcodesigns.com/t-shirt. It's like the actual URL, but yeah, that's where you can buy a shirt. My designer, I think if people ordered by that April 11th cutoff, I put a trailer on this video too. There it is. If you ordered by the April 11th cutoff, my designer is literally shipping your shirts out this week. Thank you so much, Evelyn. I appreciate that. So this has the lubricating deodorant in it, and it's literally ready to rock and roll. What we're gonna do before I take off this bag and put on my other one, we already put my hair back. So we're going to get out an adhesive remover wipe, which is fairly self-explanatory. And then we're going to get out a skin barrier wipe. Yep, I'm changing it. And yeah, we're just gonna, for the sake of, I'm jumping all around today. I just feel like it's been so long since I've like actually talked to you guys. I have an ostomy, a wound care nurse appointment tomorrow. So I'm going to have to remember, I have to put it in my brain to get more soft gauze because I find it a lot easier to work with than baby wipes. But I said this before, if I do have to use baby wipes and I don't have any soft gauze, I prefer these wipes right here, the honest ones, the sensitive ones, because they don't have the moisturizers or the fragrances that a lot of other wipes have, which will, one, could irritate your skin. And then two, the moisturizers don't let you get a nice clean stick with your bag. So you could experience some leaking. Love these ones. So we're going to be using those. My wound cleanser. This is not my favorite wound cleanser to use. This is like my second favorite, but my wound care nurse didn't have any more of the first one that I really like. This one works fine. I think this one is by Medline. I think a lot of hospitals give this one out for just wound cleaning in general. Yeah, I think that is everything. Okay, it's 10 people in here, 9 likes. I love that ratio. It is now time for the disclaimer. I'm going to tuck up my shirt while I do this. I have like a sports bra on underneath. If you don't want to see poop, intestines, there could be some red bodily fluids. I try not to say the word a whole lot. Any insides on the outside. If you don't like to see any of those things, this is the time for you to go. For the people that will decide to stay, the best way you can support me is continuing to like, share the live, and if you've already done that, subscribe, because we love having you around and we'd like to see you again. It just depends on how the live works. I generally don't answer a whole lot of questions unless it's super chatted now, because I get a lot of the same questions over and over and over again. If I see it a lot, sometimes I'll be nice and answer it for you guys, but I will tell you a lot of the frequently asked questions I get are answered in the description of this live. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, a lot of the common questions I get are answered there. I think that covers all the bases. Let's get started. I use this adhesive remover spray right here to take off everything. I like this one much better than anything else. I've tried some other stuff. Don't like it. This is very smooth. And I usually don't have to use too much of this. Hey. I keep saying this every single live, but I desperately need to shave my stomach, like on the side right here, so that every time I take off my bag, the hairs aren't pulling. I'm kind of holding it because I feel it loosening, because the liquid from this is kind of dripping down and loosening that up. Let me grab a wipe. I'll actually grab 2. My last 2 bag changes, okay, hold up, this is how it looked. It wasn't too bad. And probably around 2 to 3 more days, I probably could have had some leaking. We're just going to tuck this in my pants. I don't need it to hold up my ostomy in any kind of way. I just really like this to make sure nothing gets on my pants. Cleaning all the poop off around that just makes my life easier. Actually, we're gonna switch it up. If you're coming in and you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the live. Even if you're in, I think you can continue to like it and share it, and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube. I should have a video going up this week. I did some traveling. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you'll know I haven't posted the short here yet. I went to AFTCC in DC, which was advocating for the Koji culture. COGI stands for Color of Gastrointestinal Illnesses. It's another nonprofit that educates for people with gastrointestinal illnesses. And I got to go to DC and do some federal advocacy in Congress. So I talked to a lot of the representatives, well, a few of the representatives in DC. And we talked about some healthcare policies that impact people with gastrointestinal illnesses and just the landscape of everything now when it comes to healthcare policies and all the changes that are going on right now. I wouldn't say I am optimistic about outcomes, but I am optimistic that people care. They're just trying to figure out how. And I'll answer your question. No, it doesn't hurt. Your stoma, or a stoma, which is what this pink piece is called, doesn't have any nerve endings. So no, I can't feel anything when I'm wiping it, cleaning it. If I bump it, your intestines are fairly like tough. Now I'm gonna let this air out for like a couple of minutes and then I'm gonna put my bag on. Cool. So yeah, I think, oh, it says chronically the illest. It's the name of my Take Steps team, and it just has my Instagram name at the bottom. Chronically the illest is the name of my Take Steps team, and it's the name of my media club. Yep. I forget that things are flipped. For anybody that's a little bit confused, so an ostomy, ileostomy, which is what I have, is usually on your right side. If you see somebody and they have a ostomy bag on their left side around this area, it's usually a colostomy. A colostomy is a stoma made out of your colon, and an ileostomy is a stoma made out of your small intestines. The more you know. I think I kind of just explained that, Bree. But if I didn't, let me know. We're gonna use this adhesive remover wipe while I'll let the skin around this air out. So yeah, I talked about Take Steps. My team, Chronically the Illest, which is what this shirt is for, we're sitting at like 1.7K right now. Like donated money raised or whatever. Like we were in spot 3 up until yesterday, but when I looked yesterday, we got bumped down to spot 4 by a corporate company. So that sucks, but I think we can get back up there. AFTCC. Oh, DC was super cool. The hotel was super cool. Got to eat a lot of yummy foods. Got to see a lot of my friends that I typically don't see a lot. One of my friends, she is based in Georgia, so I don't see her a lot. And then another one of my friends, our schedules are just like completely opposite. It was literally like she invited me to a Galentine's Day, but I was literally going to San Francisco for like another medical conference. So it was nice to like have time, a little bit of downtime too, to just kind of sit. We went out, we took a couple of Ubers to like different restaurants. And we got to spend a lot of time together throughout the days too, because it was a 3-day trip. The first session was, the first day was just travel, get in, get checked in. Second day was informational sessions on like the different healthcare policies that we'd be advocating for. And the third day was Stay on the Hill, where we actually got to go to the Congress buildings and talk to the staff members of the representatives for our states. Okay, so this whole entire, before I'll get into the giveaways next, because That's actually very cool. But this whole thing, when I refer to this thing, is called an ostomy. The full name for what I have is an ileostomy because it's made with my small intestines. This pink piece is called the stoma. So sometimes when you're in this world, you use it all interchangeably, but that's kind of like the breakdown. Well, that's how I process the breakdown anyways. Thank you so much. So giveaways. So I got to kind of network and talk with a lot of local businesses, some of them non-local. Because I do content, some of them are businesses that I actively work with. And for people that donate to my Take Steps team, you're going to be eligible for giveaways. Some of the giveaways are like men's basketball game tickets, men's soccer tickets. There's a really fancy hotel, like in Richmond, and it's called Quirk Hotel. It's like one of those bougie boutique hotels. They offered, they raffled up a night at one of their nice rooms. So one of those. If you're like in the beauty, makeup, skincare world, a clean beauty brand called Osea Malibu. I think they kind of use that interchangeably. They donated some of their body washes. And I forget the retail price of these body washes, but this is not a cheap skincare brand. They donated some of their body washes. I love them. They smell so good. I've been through probably like 3 bottles since they came out. Raffling away some of those. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm debating on whether, so if anybody's familiar with the brand Bowie, Bowie sent me over a bunch of their products, their hydration drops, a bunch of their hydration drops, to give away to people that come out to the Take Steps Walk. The Take Steps Walk is in Richmond, Virginia at Bird Park at 2 p.m. on May 4th. But I'm thinking I may end up raffling away some of those too. So just a lot of really cool raffle events, raffle items if you decide to donate to my Take Steps team. I just wanted to make it kind of fun. No, it's fine. It's completely fine. Typically, when I have lives that are a little bit more rambunctious, I only answer questions. If I feel like it's a common question that I get, I tell you where you can find the answer to that question, which is in the description of this live video. I answer a lot of the frequently asked questions I get. Other than that, I only directly answer questions that I get that are sent via super chat. Other than that, I kind of pick and choose because I have that power. I pick and choose what questions I answer. And usually that just means it's probably not a question that I get asked a lot. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you had a good Easter too. My parents, technically me, it was like a tag team thing because I helped with my siblings, but then my mom did mine. We got really cute Easter baskets. I have to get around to editing that content to put that up there, but it'll go up soon. For the past couple of bag changes I've had, my stoma has been kind of long. For some of the people that are more, seasoned live watchers of mine, they've seen my stoma in a lot of different shapes. But recently it's been really long. We did that. Now we're going to use my skin barrier wipe, which is like not too much on my mod, and she was just answering your question. So, okay. And this just helps prep your skin before putting on a new bag. All right, so as far as for the rest of the week, because we are coming to an end. After my skin dries, I'm going to put on my new bag. For the rest of the week, I should have a little vloggy vlog. I have a little vlog going up on AFTCC and just my trip to DC. Just outside of all the things you guys will see posted in the mini vlogs, it'll be like a longer vlog with probably like some commentary in between things. What else? More stuff will be posted about different events that are happening, wrapping up Take Steps. But there will still be some things that occur after the actual walk, just to make my little online community feel a little bit more involved with everything. What else? I'll have a video going up about traveling via the train with an ostomy, going up with Coloplast this week, because I already did a video about traveling via plane with an ostomy. So we're just following that little series up. That'll be up on my Instagram first by the end of the week. And yeah, other than that, I'm going to a show tomorrow. That's going to be really, really cool. You guys will get a vlog from that. You guys probably won't get anything really polished from the venue because I couldn't secure media passes to this one, which I have for some of the other shows that I've gone to. No, my stomach isn't bleeding. That is poo. But you guys will get some kind of vlog. Probably a couple of vlogs, transitions, that whole thing. But those will be up on my TikTok first. So the moral of this little synopsis is to make sure you're following me. First of all, subscribe to my YouTube. But make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok so that you guys can get the full scope of the content that I do. More than likely when this semester, I'm going to stop leaving empty promises. I'm just going to wrap it up to when the semester ends, I'll probably be able to continue my 2 lives a week thing. Right now, just my schedule, I have to wake up a lot earlier than I usually do, which means I'm a lot more tired by the end of the day than I usually do my lives. So probably towards the middle of May, you guys will be getting more two lives a week. So just make sure you're subscribed. I always try to post my lives roughly 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours before I actually go live, so that people have a little warning and you guys can be kind of situated before everything starts. But my skin is dry for the most part. You take your new bag and you just line it up with your stoma, and it just goes on. And typically, I don't have any problems with my bags leaking anymore. It was an issue right after surgery. That's because I had a wound right here, which kind of made my ostomy bag peel up. But now that everything is all healed up, maybe I'll probably have some more peeling during the hotter months. But typically, it's not much. No, powder really won't help with the peeling. That would just help with the irritation around my stomach. But my stomach's fine, so that is fine. Cleaning up. Already cleaned it. I cleaned it when I first took everything off. There's tissues in here. It's not a huge, if you're not having a lot of leakage around your stoma, there's typically not a really long, oh, okay. It didn't really burn when I was wiping it, so I think it's pretty cool. It's not really a long cleaning process unless you just have a messy situation under that, but typically I don't. Honestly, going live during my bag changes make my bag changes so much longer than they have to be. How long have I had it? So I had my first stoma surgery in January of 2022. Since then, I've technically had 4 different stomas because it was the first surgery, a second surgery with a new one because it was a loop. Then I had a corrective surgery, so a new stoma was formed. And then my last surgery, which was like the permanent one. So I've had a stoma since January of 2022, even though there was like 5 months during that span where I didn't have a stoma. And my last stoma surgery was in May of last year. So I'm approaching a full year since my surgery, which I need to mark on my calendar, honestly. It's kind of wild that it's been a year already. In that last surgery, I got my stoma and then I got my butthole sewn up. I have lost the plot to this conversation that is happening. I was following for a little bit, but I've lost it. If anybody thinks they are being rude, I promise you, I don't remember what you said, so all is well. But yeah, I think I'm about to head off because I do have some editing that I need to finish. Just more vlog stuff, and then I just want to get caught up because I was already behind before I left for my trip, but then being on my trip, some of that stuff was time sensitive, so I had to post that stuff first, and now I'm just more behind. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all for me. If there's anything that I think I forgot to tell you guys, I'll just post it in the community tab. So you guys need to make sure that you're following me. I mean, subscribe to me. Yes. But yeah, I'll be posting a new video in the next couple of days. Of course, some shorts will be going up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will probably try to see you guys again by the end of the week. I'm not making any promises though. Just to know when you see the little live notification that you just kind of click the little waiting button, like the, what is it, like get notified button, so you'll know when the live actually starts. But it's usually around like between 6 and 8 is when I usually go live. I'm a girl and I'm 22. All of my name stuff is my actual name across my socials. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Be kind to yourself, listen to your body, drink water. You're doing the best that you can. You're gonna keep going, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. How do I end this? I keep forgetting. Oh, I definitely have my thing covering it. Bye guys.